Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, y'all. Happy holidays. Welcome to the Couples Podcast, our podcast. And our goal is to hopefully maybe do this once or twice a month, kind of see how life goes, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is our first episode. I don't know how long. Y-
Years.
Yeah, it's been a
That might be
long
an over exaggeration,
yeah,
but
but
pretty
it's
close.
it's been a minute. But yeah, in this video we're gonna be talking about our top five Christmas films each. Now we're not gonna do an order. We're just kind of doing our five favorite films, and if we end up, we don't know each other's list, by the way. So if we end up, choosing the same one, we'll kind of just conversate
Yeah.
off of that and kind of go off of that, right? But yeah, all right. So we got 10 movies, potentially 10 movies to get through. It matters if we end up putting the same ones on, but you can go ahead and you can tell us what's your first movie.
I think we might have some similar ones. I'm
Well,
pretty
don't
sure.
look at my list.
I'm not that you wrote down in an empty envelope. Oh my
Thank you.
goodness.
Thank you.
It's like something like dads do. Um so
Okay.
I'm just saying. I put one of them, which I know for some folks they hate it, but I really liked A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey.
That was on my honorable list. It was probably like in the 10 range for me, but no, it's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like it because I usually, when I'm looking at movies, I look at like their animation styles and stuff.
Yeah.
And it is a weird animation style, but I really liked it. I also like this the scare factor in it sometimes, specifically that scene with the door. I don't know. I want my Christmas movies to traumatize me a little bit. And I think that does it gracefully. But I really liked it. I like
Didn't they do the whole green dot, like everything Jim
Yes,
Carrey
it was
did?
a lot of work put into that movie. And if you haven't seen it, like look it up on YouTube or something where they show how that movie was actually
Yeah.
made. It was so much effort and work, and
Jim Carrey did a
I
lot
don't
to
know.
make that.
I
Yeah, to do this
admire how
part.
much work and effort was put into that movie. And if I see it on, I'll put it on. Like it's
I'm not gonna
good.
lie, that was actually a really nice pick.
Mhm.
It crossed my mind, but I was just like,
Yeah.
no, that was a good pick.
And
That was
there's
a
a
good
lot
pick.
of adaptations of A Christmas Carol. It's just I
Yeah.
don't know, that one I felt like it was the closest you could get to being original, but also they did it in a way where it was
Well, to
really
be honest, wasn't it truly based on the original book itself, like dead on? Or
oh,
was
maybe someone has that fact. I feel like
I think
it was probably maybe
like
it was
word
like
for
dead
word?
on
I think almost.
like the book. I don't know. I don't know if anyone has that
Well,
information.
I've never read it. Have you?
But
Yeah,
that would add to it.
you haven't read it either, right?
No, I have
Yeah.
not.
So, but from what I have read, I think it was basically word for word.
I wouldn't be surprised.
For my first movie, it's not really considered a holiday film, but the setting does take during the holidays, and it is Edward Scissorhands. It's a very weird pick, but that is one of my favorite films growing up, and it's pause. I don't like this attitude you're giving me. Is it
You're
technically?
not gonna pause. I'm just gonna roast you on it. We'll see.
Hold
Maybe
on.
some people agree with it. I don't
Is this considered? It's
I
considered a
don't know,
holiday
and you're
film.
gonna keep this in because I don't know, and I don't want to say yes or no because if I say no and I'm wrong, I don't
It's
want to be wrong.
it happens literally during Christmas.
Yeah, like 5 minutes of the movie,
I don't
right?
care.
Just say, no, maybe I'm wrong.
I'm considering it a Christmas film or a holiday
I'm
film.
making you
I
question
enjoy.
your whole life.
I might have to redo this.
I don't know.
list.
Maybe it's a similar debate of Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Well,
I called out one of yours, didn't I?
well, it doesn't matter. I enjoy the movie a lot, and I do watch it around this time. Actually, I tend to watch it at least a few times a year, but I do end up making sure I watch it once or twice around this time, and I don't know why. I've always considered it technically a holiday film, or at least a wintry film. So that's something I do watch. So that, yeah, like,
I don't know. I'm gonna go on the boat of
what?
I'm leaning towards more of no, it's not, but I don't know how much of a fan base there is that says it is.
Or maybe
So-
I'm just the crazy one. Or maybe this list already is already kaput.
But
it
you
is
know,
what it is.
I called out your other one, so you might as well talk. You get to go twice now.
Okay, oh, we're doing.
I can tell by your face.
Are we doing Serpentine? Like I choose.
Mhm, yeah.
All right. So my next one's actually Die Hard. And John McClane. I mean, shoot the glass. Like we I gotta choose that film.
I
Yippee ki yay!
know.
It's a wonderful film. Hans Gruber played as, and I cannot remember his
Alan
name.
Rickman.
Thank you, Alan Rickman.
Rest
Rest
in
in
peace.
peace.
Yeah.
You got Bruce Willis playing John McClane. You know, just that whole, and then you had oh my gosh, what's his name? The father from Family Matters who plays the cop with
I know who you're
I
talking
I, I
about, but
cannot
you're lucky I even remembered Alan Rickman.
I
'Cause
know.
I'm really bad at
I
names.
know. I appreciate you
Yeah,
remembering that.
I saved the
No,
day
but I just I love that movie. It's consider for me it's considered a holiday film, and
for a lot of people.
for a lot of people, and
I
it's a
feel.
wonderful film. I do watch every year, and to be honest, I don't know why, but around this time, even if people don't consider it a holiday film, same thing with Edward Scissorhands. For some reason, around this time, I just get that urge to watch it, and it's those two particular films, and yeah, it's they're weird picks, but I like my picks so far.
You know, and that's all that matters.
All that matters is I'm happy, and I'm happy.
Okay. I think for my
So what's your
next
second
one going on is A Christmas Story.
I like how yours is literally. I got one at least I can say that's like permanently like.
No, I
be
get, yeah. Oh,
valid.
a Christmas.
Actually, maybe two. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I chose A Christmas Story just because I grew up in a household where A Christmas Story was played
Yeah.
every year, and it was left on. I think it was like TBS or something, where they played it like 24 hours, and so that was just
Even when we
played
were
in the back.
dating, I literally walk in and it's playing, and I'm like,
They
oh,
still do
that's
that.
cool. I don't know, but I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, right? And then I'm sitting there and I'm there for about 6 hours, and the
I
suckers just run.
remember he had never seen it, and he walked.
No,
He
I
goes,
have.
no, no, I'm saying you had never really like. You were like, this movie's longer than I remember. I
No, I've seen the movie. Just I didn't realize
they
that
looped
channel
it
did that.
over and over.
And so when it happened once, I was just like, "Do y'all have it on DVD or something, or stream like on a stream or something?" And she went, "Nah, this channel runs it 24 hours." I just went, "What?" Pulled out like that whole entire like on demand where you could see the future schedules,
Yeah.
and it just kept going and going and going. I was just like, "What?" I never knew that. And we always had cable
Yeah.
and stuff, but it's just we always had so many DVDs in our household, so or VHS tapes, so we always had other movies going. So I didn't know that that channel actually did. What channel you said? TBS?
I might be totally wrong, but I'm
There
thinking
was a
that. But
channel though.
I mean, I like it because it's got good humor. It's
Nostalgia
funny,
reasons,
you know.
to be
You shoot
honest.
your eye out, yeah. And I don't know. And as a teacher myself, I like seeing the teacher, you know, the parts of the show, and you know,
And we
it
haven't
just has really
seen
good humor and getting his tongue stuck on the
and we haven't
pole.
and we haven't seen the new one yet. So
No,
that might be something
I'm
we definitely
curious.
do.
I'm a little nervous to watch the new one just because I really like the first one, and I hear it's kind of him grown up and maybe a little bit sad, and I don't want to get bummed out. I don't want to get bummed out.
No,
But
yeah.
I'll my friend, I can't put my arms down. That cracks me up every time.
You can go with your third. We're doing Serpentine. So you choose two, and then yeah.
What are you talking about?
Like a draft. Okay. I know what I'm talking about. Go
I
ahead.
trust that you do.
Actually, no, I have a okay.
No, you already gave it to me. Okay. My next one would be How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Damn it, that's my other pick.
Okay, I figured that's why I chose that one next.
So you stole my okay, thanks.
The one I love the cartoon one, but I'm talking about the one with
Jim
Jim Carrey in it. The live action one, not the horror one though, but the.
I know we haven't seen the trailer for that, so
I know my students were talking about it. I'm like, you need to go to the theater and see that one. Maybe you just stick to the classics. But
and real quick, that's another Jim Carrey movie on your list.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know, and like we were talking about this a while back about how torturous it was for him just to put on that costume. I can't remember what you.
It was they hired a CIA agent or something. Don't quote me fully, but they hired someone to help them handle like torturous ways to handle torture, because he couldn't like technically like he had to be stiff for so long for them to put everything on him.
He was like getting smothered every time he got the.
And so
makeup
and
on.
he had to literally like so he said in an interview, he said they told him other methods to like watch TV, kind of like hit your leg once in a while or smoke or whatever. And he was like, he would be in a full like
What?
Grinch costume while he's smoking.
How would you even?
I no that's well, that was his joke, but I don't know if he did smoke. But
That sounds like it'd be more
no, but I'm
torture.
saying, you know how funny that would be, seeing the Grinch kind of sitting on a chair all fully get decked out and just having a cigarette.
I don't know. I
That's
just
funny.
rewatching it now, especially because we were kids when it first came out, and rewatching it now and seeing even
We make
each
sure to
time
watch
you
every
see
year.
you get like little bits of extra humor, and just Jim Carrey's like slight,
Adult humor.
oh, the humanity.
Oh, the
It's
humanity. Yeah.
they're
And,
just
and the other
stupid funny
and for
things.
some reason, after watching all these years, I never processed, like when he was going through the mail. I never processed he was like, oh, jury duty, like
Blackmail.
yeah, and things like that. So
Every
it's
yeah.
always funny to watch. And also, didn't we talk about, I don't quote us fully, but I believe that baby was like a little animatronic or something. We had that discussion, but
I have no
we never
clue.
really thought of.
I don't
I'll
know
probably
if
look
it
it up
was
after
an
this.
animatronic. I mean, it's probably some weird Twilight baby, Nessie version. I don't know.
But no, that film is great, and that was probably my third pick, out of the five. No, Grinch is awesome. It's funny. So my fourth movie, because she took my third, technically, is Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas was produced by Tim Burton. The director, I don't remember the director's name, but he also did Monkey Bone with Brendan Fraser, the guy who did Mummy, and he also did Caroline and a few other movies. He's a really good director. I like his work. And this movie was wonderful. The whole Halloween transition to Christmas. So I can technically use that for both my lists because I do love the movie. We both do actually. Our Halloween / Christmas
We're
theme
getting there.
getting there is Nightmare Before Christmas because technically she can celebrate. We can both
Keep
celebrate.
up my Halloween and Christmas decorations
Exactly.
for extended periods of time.
No, and it's a great
Hmm.
movie too. I mean, just the whole idea of combining two holidays, technically, or two time periods, or
Traditions.
two. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Two
it's
traditions,
traditions.
kind of mushing them together, and it's a great movie. I love it.
Mushing them.
Mushing them, smashing.
Smashing them. No, it is a really amazing movie, and I think that we've kind of been starting to make that a little bit more of like our home decor, which is awesome. I mean, we have like the little Sally's jars in our bathroom and
Yeah.
stuff. It's a fantastic movie. It didn't make it onto my list because
Oh.
yeah,
Oh wow.
but I mean, if we had a list of Halloween movies, you totally would.
I know some people kind
No,
of.
no, no. I made
Some
made
people do
faith.
that though.
I know.
Some people think it's more. Yeah, and that's sort of kind of the problem. Like some people kind of look
I
at it
like
more.
watching it more spooky season,
Yeah.
which is totally fine. Um, but I mean, similar thing. Like it's that time of year to watch it. Like same for people that like the Harry Potter films are going, and then on top of like the Hobbit. It's just that time of year when people watch it.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
So
So what's your? I think your last. No,
no, I got two more.
you got two more.
I got two more.
4 and 5.
I also have Christmas with the Cranks.
That was possibly.
Is that your honorable mention?
No, it was not because I have two better ones. But Christmas of the Cranks.
Okay.
No, not try. Christmas of the Cranks did pop my. It did like. I did think about it.
Two better ones.
It's a good
Okay.
movie. It is a good movie.
I like it because it does like sometimes the hustle and bustle of Christmas is overwhelming. And I don't know. I like the humor of being the idea of,
On the
of trying to just escape this time of year sometimes, especially when you don't like have kids in the home and stuff. Like sometimes you
the wonderful oh my gosh, what's her name? Well, I can't think of her name. From the mother.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I wish you had because I don't know her name.
I know, I forget her name, but she's awesome.
It's hilarious.
She is awesome.
Just
So
with like the tanning bed situation with the the priest showing up. I don't. It's that humor. It's just a good style of humor, and just being able to see, like they have other great actors in there too. I'm totally blinking on names, but it is. I think it's a funny movie, and it's not too, you know,
You know who's in it
it.
actually? Stewie from Malcolm in the Middle.
No, I'm gonna have to
No, I'm
watch
just
it.
telling you, Stewie's in. Wait, is his name Stew? I don't. The little
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
little boy from Malcolm in the Middle. He's also in it. Tim Allen, I think, is the husband,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, there's definitely some big names.
Last one on my list would be Elf.
That's another. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's not my pick. I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot about that movie.
You forgot about Elf?
You know, because I went a little
There's
psycho.
no changing your list.
I went a little psycho on my list. Dang it.
You know what? Too late. Too bad. I chose Elf.
Dang it. Dang it. I
I
can't
think
believe I
it's
forgot that.
no, I mean, it's hilarious.
No, we had the conversation not that long ago about us doing this video, and I was like, "Oh, Elf is gonna be on mine," and then I wrote my list and I forgot all about Elf.
No,
It's fine.
but it's
Little diversity. There we go. Right?
okay.
No, because
um,
my picks are psycho. No, but Elf is amazing.
Elf is hilarious.
Damn
I
it, that
like
will
it.
be on
Just
my
starts
five
off
technically.
funny. Like the raccoon scene gets me every time,
Hi,
and
little buddy.
don't eat the gum on the street. I don't know. It's packed full of humor, and Will Ferrell's hilarious in it. Um, I think it's one of those movies again where it doesn't matter what time. Like, it's
I don't
funny
even think
to
you
watch
need to
every time.
watch it during the holidays either. It feels like you could just put it on because it's such an amazing good movie.
It's hilarious.
It's funny.
And because that was the last one on my list. I have to acknowledge the fact, like, I don't have any like classic like Christmas films or holiday films on there, like
Like a
just
Wonderful
because.
Life or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have it on there because I haven't really gotten a chance to watch them growing up, and so I don't know how that would have affected my list. But I
It
can
wouldn't.
definitely.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Okay, don't.
I don't-
I know there are plenty of people out there that they're like, that is my ultimate favorite movie. Even it's for nostalgia reasons. Like I can acknowledge the classics are up there, but
Well,
I
you're
personally
right.
don't have my list because I grew up in a house where we watched the Christmas Story on 24/7. So
Well, like I said too, these are all movies that we
Mhm.
have watched, and we
Yeah.
haven't watched every single holiday film,
no,
so we can't really make
but
a
I wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised if, like, for those classics.
So besides Elf, and I'm a little annoyed I didn't choose Elf on my list. I didn't even think about it. Elf is wonderful. It's funny. Oh, what's her name? Oh, Zoe Deschanel is also in it.
Deschanel or Deschanel?
Deschanel, I think. I don't know how to pronounce her
I
last name,
don't
but Zoe's in it. And a few other definitely big time names are in that movie. And oh, you know what you missed out and you didn't talk about? That was so funny. How Will Ferrell's just this big normal human having to live in an elf life, and then the dad
Oh,
going
the
sit on,
shower scene. Like,
and then he's like, "Come on, buddy," and he sits on his lap.
sitting in the classroom. They did a really good job at that.
No, they did a really, really good job at that. So my other two movies, number 4 and 5, and to be honest, Elf should have been on this list, but I forgot all about it. But at least from the list I have right now, number 4 has to be Jingle All the Way.
I figured.
Jingle All the Way is awesome. You have Arnold, you have Turbo Man. You got Sinbad, which is he was always so funny at that time. Just awesome movie. I enjoyed it a lot. You had a few people from was it Matt TV? Technically Matt TV, but I don't remember. I can't remember at this very moment. But that movie was just hilarious. Having Arnold go through, and similar to an extent of Christmas with the Cranks, it was just an idea of them having to escape as fast as possible, an attempt to do that while kind of dealing with that. And then when Jingle All the Way, you're seeing the same extreme pace, but on finding a item at the last minute for your kid, seeing that whole entire process
all the time.
and seeing the whole them busting through the doors, running over that guy, kind of feeling like Black Friday for a Turbo Man doll, and and then them meeting the fake Santas who's like making like third party items,
The black market
the black
Turbo
market
Man.
and it's in Spanish, and then and then you had bro, it was just a wild experience. It's funny.
It's hilarious.
It is a
Really.
very and then
And I
them,
didn't watch it until I met you, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then them like harassing the what was it, the radio guy, because they were trying to remember uh all the reindeers, and then they're harassing him, and then Sinbad had the package and he was doing the whole there's an explosive device in here, and he was just playing because it was like a time period where that was happening a lot more often. So
Yeah.
it was a joke about it, but then the police officer actually opens it and it blows up, and Sinbad is just like, what a disgusting world we live in. That movie was so good. I enjoyed it a lot. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
But the last one, I have so many I have so many to choose from, but I'm choosing Friday After Next for nostalgia reasons, and just I love Friday. Hey, Friday After Next is a holiday film.
I didn't say it
They
wasn't.
they go beat the crap out of Santa because he kept what's wrong?
No, no.
Because they stole, they remember he stole their stuff, and he's like, why the hell are you making a sandwich, eating my sandwich and drinking all my milk? No, I love that movie. And then you got Cat Williams playing
Oh gosh.
the pimp, selling his hella expensive oh, what was the brand that we grew up with? Starts with the B. Um or something like that. It was an old clothing line in the 2000s. It was like Sean Johns or something like that. It was just that period of time, and they're selling hell expensive clothes. And then you had Day Day and Craig having to be top flight security defend, and then you had Holy Moly Donut Shop or something like that. I haven't seen it since last year, so I'm gonna be watching it probably tomorrow when we go to my parents, to be honest.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to put on.
Well, there is football games going, so I don't know.
In
But
between.
we
In
will be
between.
watching it. I watch it every year. This is probably the only year I haven't like watched it
Maybe
just
tonight.
yet. Yeah, tonight. Yeah,
There
we'll
you
put it
go.
on in the background while I stream. So we'll do something like that. But yeah, definitely love that movie. Just and probably the nostalgia too, because I grew up watching both Fridays, and so when this third one came out, it was just like the whole movie's hilarious. It's and then you got rest in peace, Mr. Witherspoon, in that movie, just wonderful. It's just I also grew up watching Boondocks and stuff, so always hearing him and seeing him do his thing, and then him go.
This wasn't he gonna they were gonna make another one, and I think he sadly passed away.
I know,
right?
and the thing that sucks is that Warner Brother, I think it's Warner Brother, they won't sell the rights or give the rights back to Ice Cube for Friday.
Hmm.
Yeah, or whoever owned it at the time. I don't know. It wasn't MTV. I don't remember what it was, but whoever owned it, they won't. Yeah, but I love the Friday films. I grew up watching them, and so when this movie came out, it was just automatically my mom and I, specifically my mom and I, because she showed me this movie. I was very little. Friday was playing, and I loved it. Right, I was probably like, I want to say like 5 when this, and I love this movie. I love Friday. So this movie right here was just wonderful, and it's not the best Friday, but I enjoy, and it kind of it fits the
Classic.
time, you know. So I do have 2 honorable mentions. There's probably more out there. If you have any, I would love to hear. But at the moment, it's really weird. But Batman Returns, the Tim Burton with Pigwin, right? Danny DeVito. I do like to watch it around the winterish time, so I could probably watch it next month and be happy. I don't really. It's not really a. It's a holiday film,
Chase
okay?
some waterfalls.
I'm chasing a lot of waterfalls, but the other one, honestly, and I think more people would definitely agree to this, is Gremlins.
Yeah, that's
I
considered a
I think
Christmas
people would
music.
consider that a lot.
Music movie.
Much yeah, much more than Batman Returns, and
I can see it.
probably even more than Edward Scissorhands. I think people would consider Gremlins a lot more of a
I think Gremlins is it's categorized as a
yeah,
Christmas.
because they
movie.
get
Like I'm sure if you
oh my
clicked
gosh,
in a list, it would pop up
yeah
as a Christmas movie.
yeah no, but there's a few more I know we're missing for honorable list that I can't think of, but definitely I'm a little upset I didn't put Elf, but I'm happy
As
you
you
did.
should be. For shame.
I'm happy. I'm happy you
You're
did.
gonna have to do like a poll for some of your choices.
I know. Well, I would love to. Please let me know what y'all think of the. I will be commenting down below, so hit the like button on each of the comments of what who you think the better list was, and then well,
What? You gotta make
yes.
this a competition?
No, I'm just wanting to hear what people
No,
think.
you just want to rub it in people's faces.
I
Whatever.
have a better list.
Okay.
I'm just playing. You having Elf destroys my list automatically. Kinda
No.
ish.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
No, but I would love
Said
to.
this was a competition.
I know. I know. But I would love to hear your thoughts. Oh my gosh. Let me start over. I would love to hear y'all thoughts on this. So, I mean, please comment down below any other films that y'all like when it comes to this particular time. Obviously, there's shows and there's episodes and stuff like that. We might be doing that sometime next year when we have a lot more time on our hands and everything, and we're able to kind of really hash this in. But yeah, our hope is that we kind of do a podcast once or twice a month. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed the podcast and or the conversation we had. And if y'all want us to kind of discuss any other thing when it comes to around a particular time, put it down in the comments below and we can definitely see if we can do a podcast about it. But yeah, I do appreciate y'all, and we will talk to y'all later. Peace.